Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya and today's video is going to be another bag swap video plus a bit of a what's in my bag. The last one that I did, thank you very much to all of you who watched and commented, and thank you for saying that you were interested in seeing more of these. It's certainly a good way to sort of push me to use my bags, more of my bags, more often, if that makes sense. I'm the type of person that I will be in my bag for like a month. You know what I mean? No matter what I'm wearing, what colors, I don't care. I don't always match my bag to my outfit unless I'm going out specifically somewhere, then I'll make more effort. But just day to day, I don't have like a grab and go mentality. If I was going to do that, well, then I'll just grab my phone, my wallet and my clay and that's it. And I'll just carry them or put them in my back pocket or something along those lines. So for me, it's just I grab and go with whatever bag I'm using at the time. So it is currently the evening here and it is Easter Monday and I didn't get a chance to do this earlier, so we're going to have a little bit of light play happening here. It's almost a little bit romantic. Do we like this lighting? Holy crap, I think I like this lighting. Anyway, let's get on with the bag swap and I'll also give you my thoughts about the bag that I have been using this past week. In my previous video, I swapped out of the Speedy 30 that I converted into a Speedy Soft, so to speak, and I moved into the Compass 25 in this olive green. I went through the process of showing you the charms. It was jingly jangly. It was a noisy situation. And if you remember, I did consider having this on there as well, but this, and it is probably most likely because this extra disc is there, but this was certainly adding a lot more jingle jangle to it, and I think I lasted it till the end of the video before I took it off. So this was not used. It was definitely not used on this bag. Having said that though, this idea, this concept of using the O-ring and then just attaching the charms to the O-ring worked a treat. And I was happy with it. It all worked out well and it sort of worked, you know, even though this is black and white and yellow, it just worked overall with the whole bag aesthetic. So yeah, and one person, forgive me, I can't remember who right now off the top of my head, but someone did say, given that the fish hangs lower than the bag, I should be careful, that it would be a shame to see this get a little bit messed up. And you're absolutely right, I was uber careful with it this week. Technically, you know, it'd be better if this, even if I hung it off the side, it would still hang low because just the positioning of everything, but I may do, because in the end, you know what? These things have to work with me, not me work with them so much. But anyway, I was still careful, so thank you for that suggestion. So in here, I have a couple of extra things because I did go to the supermarket and I did buy a couple of extra things. So just to show you what this can hold, here we have a can of dry shampoo, and this is a 250 ml can, and it fits in beautifully. Even with my other stuff in, I just slipped it in. I didn't bother with another bag. I just slipped it in. No problems at all. So that I carried around for about half a day today. Then the other item I picked up, shh, don't tell my hairdresser, is this sort of hair gloss. It's like not a shampoo per se, but it's a gloss that you put in your hair, let it sit for 15 minutes and adds just a little bit of depth to the color because red is notorious for fading and I hate it when it goes to that orange color. Anyway, that's that. In the rest of the bag, I have my main things that I carry all the time. And then, of course, there are papers and receipts and stuff because hashtag keep it real. So that's what my bag looks like. I have my clay. I have this card holder that I use all the time. I still haven't switched out of it. I have here the Coach newspaper print wristlet that was sent to me by Rachel. Her channel is Babes Coterie. I will have her channel listed below because she very kindly sent this to me at no cost to me, which was too generous. But I've been using it, and let me tell you, it's fantastic because being larger, things just fit in there like in a more slim, compact way, one on top of the other, and I love it. And I love it. I just love it. I think I'm going to buy more in this size. I really do like this. Of course, this size will be a challenge in some of the smaller bags, but naturally, we make do. You know, we change things around when that happens. So this I've been carrying since I showed it to you for this past week. I also have in here my Emprunt clay, the Marine Rouge, which is the beautiful deep blue with the red edging. I love this piece to death. I also have some money in envelopes that was given to me by the young person I tutor, so I got to organize that. And then I also have in here, look, don't judge, but I have a chocolate. Okay, have you seen these? These are from Aldi. They come in a packet and just got like little, just these little fingers, and they're very nice chocolate. So there's that. I probably should put that in the pouch. And then also in here, I just have tissues and receipts. And I have to give this to my daughter to fix it. Now that my daughter's into jewelry and so on, like doing a jewelry course, she can probably fix this for me. It's a hand chain which broke. But anyway, that's by the by. And in the slip pocket is just the Coach cards that came with the bag. This is the bag that I bought at the beginning of the year. It was 550 Australian dollars. And I think it's good. It's a great price, even though like Coach for us is more expensive than what it is overseas. And I do have another Coach bag coming. A friend of mine who usually buys me things from overseas and sends them to me will be doing that. So I'll show you that at some stage. Plus I have another little item coming. Oh my God, I'm so excited about receiving that item. It's gorgeous. Anyway, that's that. So this is just the O-ring, which if I wanted to, I could just remove all at once with everything attached. But you have to be careful when you do this because the way the O-ring opens up, it opens inwards. So it has a bit of a sharp corner. I don't want to damage the leather. So let's do this carefully. Okay, so I've got it at the top. I took off the charms. I've got it right at the top of the handle. I'm just opening it carefully so it doesn't scrape the leather. All good, no problems. And it's off. So that is the bag that I'll be giving a nice wipe over, just with a damp cloth with some cooled boiled water. And what's this? Oh, I've got an earring in here. Oh, I better fix that. Yep, I've got 2 earrings in here that I have to put away. Now, thoughts on this bag? This was fantastic. It got a little bit heavy because I had quite a few things in it, but it was an easy carry. This strap is actually really soft to feel. I had it set at a crossbody length. This feels really nice. It's sort of like, looks like it's starting to not peel, but some of the fibers are starting to become a little bit raised, if you can see that there. But it feels quite soft and velvety, and I actually like it. Occasionally when I picked it up, this would be moved like that, but that's just normal because, you know, it's very easy to maneuver. And I had it set at crossbody length or height or whatever you want to call it for me, and crossbody for me is at my hip. So I'll show you. So that's how I carried it in terms of length or drop, whatever you might want to say. It worked really well. Whenever I needed to use it and I needed to take something out, I had it unzipped pretty much all the time. The only time I zipped it up was when I put it in my drawer at work. But on the go, day in and day out, whenever I used it, I just had it unzipped. And if I had to get something out, one thing that I noticed that happened is it would shape itself to my hip. So this is my hip here, and it would shape itself to my hip, sort of this part of my body. And it would just sort of, not the whole bag, but this back part, this back wall of the bag would sort of like curve a little bit with my hip. So if I wanted to get something out, if I did that often, that's what would happen. And so then I had to get my other hand, pull it open or something like that, and then take out whatever I needed. It wasn't the type of, you know, just put your hand open like that, put your hand in and get what you needed. There were times when I had to use both hands, but in all honesty, I didn't care about that. That was just a small inconvenience, but I was fine with it. But that's the one thing I definitely noticed the most, that this part, the back wall closest to my body, would shape inwards like that. But it actually feels and looks great. Now, it's got feet, but depending on how you put your things in the bag, and then you put the bag down, there are times when the middle part would be a little bit sort of saggy. And so when you place the bag on a surface, it's the middle part of the bag and the leather that would touch the surface. So these feet almost don't work, if that makes sense. I mean, you can still hear that tap sound as the feet touch the surface, a table or something. But again, depending on what you have in it, if the bag sort of develops that natural bit of a slouch through the middle, then when you put it down, the leather part will touch the table first. So, yep. Now, is that a deal breaker for me? No. I have many bags that don't have feet. Maybe they could have put one foot in the middle, possibly, just to sort of combat that. But in the end, it's not a deal breaker for me. So I loved using this bag. I'm still thinking about the one in the black canvas version. I know they released one in the beautiful reloved leather. That looks gorgeous. Truly, that looks gorgeous. There was a denim one as well, and I know that the large size, the 40 size, I think, or 35, I can't remember now, that also came out in that distressed denim and the reloved. That was a beautiful bag. That was a beautiful bag. Okay, now you may remember, I think it was by the end of last year, I had gone into the city with a friend. We had like a weekend away, and I went to a place called the Direct Factory Outlets, which is based in Melbourne CBD, more or less, or almost on the outskirts of it. And the Mulberry boutique was there, but it was also an outlet boutique. I picked this up for like a further 30% off. I think it had been marked down to 900 or something or other, or 800 and something, and then I ended up picking it up for 600 and something. And forgive me, I can't remember the prices right now off the top of my head. But this is the Mulberry Small Meadow Bag, and this is in that beautiful purple. It's like a deep purple color. It's not mahogany, it's not burgundy. This is very much like a deep purple. And this is the Meadow Bag. And if you watch Tanner Leatherstein on Instagram, he actually cut up one of these bags, and he cut up the black version, and he said it was great quality. And I'm not surprised, because Mulberry has got exquisite leather and exquisite quality bags. So anyway, this is the bag. It does not have a crossbody strap. It does not have anything like that. This is very much a shoulder bag, but, and you know, with me, and I'm very self-conscious about the size of my arms now, and I need to make sure that whatever bag I carry can fit over my arms nicely and easily. Well, we have that. No problems at all. So this here is a gorgeous bag. It's got the silver mulberry foil on it for the branding. The actual hardware is also silver. It's an interesting design because it has this lip over the zipper. This part here can hook onto this, just this little hook like that. You can just slip it on if you want to sort of keep this little overlay in place. And when you zip it up, and you may have to use both hands, I can imagine, I can see myself using both hands. And if you go too far down, you're going to definitely need to use both hands. One hand might be hard to do because it's such a soft bag. So the zip does feel a bit stiff, but I might need to like add a bit of, you know, WD-40 or something. This end does not disconnect. It is attached, and it's attached sort of on the inner layer. You can't see it. But we have inside this most beautiful, like velour. It's not suede. I don't think it's suede. It's just like a beautiful velour lining. Yeah, gorgeous. Super soft. Really, really beautiful. Sorry, I can't see with them. Can't see without them. Thumbs up if you know what I mean. It has this beautiful inner pocket with the mulberry stamped on it, again in the silver foil. These are the cards. This bag, here we go. So this bag was $1945, then it was reduced to $855, and then I got a further 30%, something like that. I ended up paying about $600 odd for this bag because there was an imperfect, there was like a little imperfection on the front of the bag, and it was like located somewhere here, just there, like it's just more creasing more than anything else, and it's just, you can't even see it. So I said, yes, thanks, I'll take it. Oh, and the color is black cherry. So there you go. That's the color of this bag. And the inside is so soft. It's just like a beautiful soft, you know what? It's like a beautiful soft Alcantara lining. So let me put my bits and bobs in it and see how all of that looks and how it sits against my body with stuff in it. So I'm just going to use the same things that I took out of the compass, pop them into here, and see how it sits against my body. Okay, so what I've done is I've decided to stack them this way. So I've got the Coach wristlet sort of acting as a base, almost like a base shaper for the bag, and then just my other things that are sitting on top. obviously I'm filming from my phone, so this is just the cover. I have a Samsung S20, I don't know what, S22 Plus. And these are just my three main things that I carry. The only other thing I might carry is if I'm wearing my contact lenses, then I would wear and bring with me my sunglasses. This is the bag with those things in it. Because I've positioned the wristlet this way, you don't get too much slouch. But let me just change them up and see what it looks like if I stand it up. So standing that up, standing the other things up also like that. Let's see how that looks. Look, it's much of a muchness in all honesty. I can see just a little bit more of a dip, but all in all, it's fine. Of course it's heavier because my things are in it, but nice. It can just like sit underneath your arm. It can sit against your body. You can do this whole sort of like hold the strap and hug the bag to your body type of thing. And it looks good and it feels good. This part is going to move with my body. I don't mind it. This part might move in depending on how I'm carrying it or not. We'll see. But all in all, that's the bag that I'm intending to use for this week. Now, shall I add some pretty things to it? Why not? So I'm going to use this O-ring again because I have tried attaching these to the actual strap. And again, although they're leather and they're not rounded, they're flat and wide. And so it makes it awkward to put these on. So this should accommodate quite easily. I'm mixing my metals again and I don't care. So here I have the mulberry fish, which I bought the same day as I bought the bag. This is that same silver. I think this is stainless steel and jade charm that I showed you last time that Mum bought me many years ago. And then this is just a little bunch of grapes from Oraton that is very much gold hardware, but it doesn't matter. Let's have a look using the O-ring. That looks nice. That'll just sit nicely. Look, if you wanted to, you could just use the little grapes along there. You could just have even, I chose to use, hang on, it's all twisted up. I chose to use the jade because the purple and the green, they tend to go well together, you know, depending on shades, of course. This because, well, it's mulberry. Why not? And if I wanted to, I could add a couple of others, but I think this is a good one because it's enough color, it's enough detail, and it's not too much. So that's what it looks like. Let me know what you think. Of course, it's going to jingle jangle, but a bit of jingle jangle is not a problem. That was hard to say. Anyway, so let me know what your thoughts are on this and on this arrangement. I am going to, in a follow-up video to this, probably soon after I actually upload this one, I am in fact going to commit and I am going to change out of this, and I'm also considering changing out of my clay and doing a bit of a mini review of each of those pieces. Yeah, that's what I'll do in the next one. I'm going to switch out my card and my clay, my card holder and my clay, and let you know how I'm going with this bag. Thank you very much for all your lovely, encouraging comments on my previous videos. I really appreciate that. Thank you also for making suggestions of what else you'd like to see. I keep them coming. I like to see and read and hear from you. It's all, you know, we're all together, so why not? If there's anything I can provide in terms of information or, you know, review or anything along those lines, happy to help. And as always, I look forward to reading your comments. Take care, everybody. God bless. And I'll see you next time. Ciao. Okay, so my romantic lighting sort of went, didn't it? Is it still nice lighting? It's a little bit nice. Do we like my t-shirt? It says Romeo and Juliet. Look, and it's got the Juliet thing. I mean, the one of the houses, the, what do you call it? Crest. And the back's got print on it. It's got like lines from the text. Can you see? Anyway, that's that. Probably should have gone down a size, but yeah, I just wear loose clothing now. It's just the way it is now. Anyway, bye.